What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and this is my review of the Neca Godzilla 1964, aka Godzilla vs. Mothra, or Mothra vs. Godzilla, or Godzilla vs. The Thing! However you want to call that movie. It is one of, I have to say, one of my earliest memories of Godzilla. You know, the two larva Mothra, cocooning Godzilla, Godzilla versus the Mama Mothra, like... There's so many cool scenes, you know, in the American version, the missile launches at Godzilla, Godzilla coming up out of the dirt. So many cool things. You know, we're getting a dirty version of this Godzilla at some point because, you know, NECA's not going to let this mold just be one and done, and that's the perfect thing to do. It's my preferred look for this Godzilla, so I hope they do that. But this is a very cool Godzilla, and I'll say this right now. It looks different than what we initially saw at, you know, at San Diego and in the promotional shots. I think they changed the head a bit, definitely changed the paint, and I honestly think this looks a lot better. So without any further ado, let's get into this review. Since part of the allure of all the new NECA Godzillas are the collector's style boxes, we'll give it a quick look. Mine's a little messed up if you didn't see my unboxing on IGTV and Facebook. Yeah. The back is very simple. Not much going on there. We'll do a little box art nerd here. You got the 64 poster there, and on the front, which looks very nice, the Japanese logo there. And that's about it. You open it up, you get the promo image, which looks totally different than the Godzilla that we got. So that's interesting. In the background, you got the Mothra egg, which is very, very cool. I dig that. So you could, you know, take out that piece and use it as a background if you'd like. You got the little Mothra there, larva's there, Mama Mothra up there. It is a nice box, you know. Probably won't keep it myself. It is messed up anyway. But there you go. A nice collector's box for all you collectors out there. Godzilla's only accessory is the one beam to rule them all. The beam that NECA keeps giving us. It's a good beam, you know. How many do I need? They're all basically the same. You know, like just slightly different paint jobs here and there. You got the white over the translucent plastic on this one. It's got a little groove in there. You open up Godzilla's mouth, and, you know, you kind of just stick it in there, I guess. There you have it. Beam attached. It's fine. I don't care for it, you know, but it's fine. I don't care for it because I just don't... I'm not going to display it this way, so... Yeah, I guess for, you know, photography or for play, you got a beam. Articulation on Godzilla 64 here. You got the jaw, which works fine. Head joint here. Works good. Neck is good. Get some decent range of motion out of that. These shoulders are still a little bit tight, but as you can see, water coming out of it. But they work. You know, it's kind of a hinge swivel action there. Same deal at the elbows with the hinge and the swivel. As well as the wrists, and you got the hinged hands, which I dig. You know, I dig that they do that. Always said that. I find that great. Then you got the... It's basically a swivel. You know, you're not really getting too much forward and back here at the midsection. Then the legs, where I said, you know, I had to really heat them up. You do get some outward motion and then some rotation in there. Not the hugest range of motion, but you get something. Then the legs, again, really watch where these things are. But you do have a hinge back there, and you can rotate them. And then I would guess the feet are on ball joints. I think so. You can get some decent motion out of them. Then the tail. 1, 2, 3, is that one? No, 3, 4, 5, 6, sections there on the tail. It works good. The tail is nice and solid. It works very nice. It looks good too. So yeah, I think a decent range of motion here, guys. Not bad at all. You know, just again, heat it up because it's tight. Taking a look at Godzilla 64. Guys, I'm going to just say it. I think Neca did a really good job here. Is it perfect? No. But I think it works, man. You know, like, I've said this all along, you know, with Neca Godzillas. They got their own style going on with these things. And that's fine, you know, they interpret it just a tad differently, but it works. It really feels like the characters, like the suits, you know, and I dig that. Yeah. I mean, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, this is 64. That's fine, you know, like, it works. It works for me. The eyebrows might be a little bit too dark and flat, but it's fine. It's there. It's, you know, when you look at him like this and he's coming up, I don't know, that's cool, that works, that's good. You know, the eyes are also painted just a little bit too spot on, like, they should be a little bit blurry. You know, like Godzilla has, like, cataracts in that movie or something. It's true, but if it's fine as well, you know, like, if I want to, I could put a little bit of gloss paint over that, not gloss, but a little, like, matte white paint or something. Little really thin dab to make it like gesso. I could a little gesso on there or something. I gotta ask my wife. She's more of a painter than I am. I'm not a painter at all. But yeah, I think this works, and this is so much better than what they gave us in the promo pics. Like, the promo pics had me worried. I'm like, you know, like, it might not be my favorite Godzilla, but and I like the movie. It's just the Godzilla itself, he's all floppy and silly. But, you know, like, I do think having a really cool version of him in this bigger scale, and we'll see him against the SH a little later, you know, it's cool to have, and I dig this. I think they did a really good job. The wash over his face on that sculpt is pretty good, I think. You know, over the gray. I like what they did, especially on his maw there. It looks really cool around his nose and stuff. I do like the black lines around the eyeballs. I think that looks really cool. His teeth came out pretty good. I heard somebody say the teeth are a little bit off. But trying to watch a little bit of the movie before this again, I couldn't really tell exactly where there might be something off. Maybe they made them too perfect, the teeth is what it is here. And they do look good. They're painted very well, bone colored. And the tongue is a different color than the gums, and so that's good. I think it looks good. Maybe it's a little bit off. I'm not 100%, but, you know, I think it's fine. Overall, I think the head sculpt is really good. The rest of it is very nicely done. A lot of great texture here. The body looks pretty good. I think proportionally it looks good. It might be slightly off as well, but I don't know. You know, it's not so bad. I think the legs look fine, and the torso might be a little bit skinnier. But I don't, again, I'm having a hard time deciding on that, you know? I think it looks good, and that is the best thing I could say about it, you know, like, there's nothing really, like, oddly wrong with this, and that's good. The dorsal fins look pretty awesome. You know, I like how they do them. I think they do really a good job here with the white paint over the gray, like how it kind of looks like it's splattered on. I like that deal. It's very nicely done. So, yeah, not bad. Legs look cool. You know, again, proportionally might be a little off to you guys, but as far as a figure of Godzilla, I'm fine with it. I wish his hands were a little bit, you know, like his arms maybe a little skinnier, and if I could bring him in a little more, you know, get that kind of walking pose. I'm having a hard time, like, mimicking that, you know, kind of, you know, weird gait that this Godzilla has. Feet look pretty good, I think. I like him. The paint on there is very nice. And the tail, I think, is well done as well. Yeah, it looks good. It's a good-looking Godzilla. Is it completely suit accurate? Nah, no. But it plays the part well. I mean, you know, like, and it's always going to be said, but for this price point, what more do you want? You know, like, this is a perfectly good Godzilla 64 toy that you could, you know, easily get, easily afford, and, you know, be happy with. And you should be happy with, because I think NECA did a solid job here. For your size comparisons, here he is with the Chogokin Mecha Godzilla 75. I really like the scale, actually. I think that's pretty cool. Here it is with a Robot Spirits Gypsy Avenger, SH Figure Arts Ultraman Victory, Ultraman the Animation, Ultra Act Gridman, SH Monster Arts Gamera Guardian of the Universe, the NECA Godzilla poster version, 1956 poster version of the 54, the NECA 62, man, they're doing a really good job with these shows, aren't they? The SH Monster Arts Mothra Larva, which I think works really well. And Mama Mothra, which this is obviously, and so is the larva from the Heisei series, but it looks really good. I think they scale very well together. Mothra is huge in this movie. And I think these figures look absolutely fantastic together. And finally, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 64. I don't think I'll be doing a full-on comparison video. I mean, you can't really do a comparison video when the figures are this out of scale with each other. When they're a little closer in size, like some of the other ones that I've done, it's a little better. But because this came out years ago, and this is actually this is the first Godzilla SH Monster Arts figure I picked up. The one that started it all, guys. It was all downhill from there. You know, it has a special place in my heart, so it's always gonna have that, you know. So they're very different. They look very different aesthetically. You know, I'll give you a quick one right now. You know, I just can't do like a full-on comparison. I know some other folks will probably, and that's cool. But because of the scale, I just feel like it's not the same. You know, you're not gonna get them for the same things. You know, you can't even fudge it. You know what I'm saying? They're like that out of scale. The one thing I will say that I like here, besides I do dig the paint here. I got some paint chipping at the ends here. It's been around. I do like the frosty eyes. I think that is much better on the SH. You know, you don't get that here. That's the thing that is missing here for sure. The brows are a little less pronounced here than here, but either way, I'm fine with it. I mean, overall, I mean, I was just watching the movie. This does look a little more accurate, but this gets it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets it. Proportions are probably a little better on the SH. So I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to go too crazy with it. Again, the scaling is a big deal to me when trying to compare something like this. This gets a lot of it right, but this gets a lot more character right of it. You know, like, it just feels good too. So it's up to you, guys. It's up to you. I mean, you can't really get this guy anymore unless you're paying, you know, aftermarket prices. But, you know, this guy you could easily get. That's another factor too. So, you know, it's easier to compare when things are on the market. And my final thoughts. You know, it's not perfect, but I think NECA did a great job. I'm going to keep saying this, but man, Showa is in their wheelhouse. That is their wheelhouse. They are rocking it, man. You know, like, I know they changed sculptors on the Godzilla line, you know, I think with 62, I believe it was, and you can tell. These just have a different feel to them, and so far, so good. I really want to see more. Please give me a 73 through 75, one of them. Give me one of them. I want a figure of that mold in this style. This articulated style. Give it to me. But as far as this one, this is not one of my favorite Godzillas, and yet, you know, they did a great job, I think, and I like it. Again, not perfect as far as, you know, what you see on screen, but Doesn't have to be. I think it's a solid representation of this Godzilla. I mean, you look at it and you instantly know which one it is. So I think that's a good job there by NECA. So there you go, guys. That's my review, keeping it nice and simple. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below. If you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Buy me a coffee on Coffee if you dig what I do. Become a Zillion today. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.